Our kids, I mean their kids.
Right.
I'm talking about that next generation, because we have it in our hearts in a big way to make sure that the same things we were brought up with and so many others have been, that those get put in our children, and it's working, you know. I mean, our children are coming up in that same kind of household.
They are.
faith.
Pastor George, for people that are watching, thinking, how do I train my kids the way you did? Real quickly, I know we've only got about a minute or so or a couple minutes left. How do people do that? How do they train their kids in the way of faith?
You just have to be in the faith.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got to feed yourself. You've got to walk this walk, because they can tell. They can see right through you if it's not for real. And that's what Terry and I determined to do, was to live before them the best that we could what this was all about. And so did Kenneth and Gloria, to impart into them. And then there's some point in time where you just got to let them go, and they're on their own. And I've watched both my children do amazing things in their lives and follow the way of faith that they've been taught.
You know, one of the things that makes Kenneth Copeland Ministries so unique is the fact that we have probably, not just probably, we have the best partners in the world. They're so faithful. They love this ministry. They support this ministry. And there would be no Victory Channel. There would be no us without what they do. And we want to give you an opportunity. If you've been watching us today and you're like, I really want to be a part of what they're doing. And really, as you heard Pastor George say a moment ago, it's bigger than you. And that's what's so great about this ministry, is the ministry goes places that we individually can't go. But the ministry can send Brother Copeland or Pastor George or Jeremy to a place and minister the Word of God in places that some people don't want to go. But, you know, giving to this ministry is not just, it's seed sown, but the twice sown seed is what makes this place so special. Is we sow into other ministries. We have these programmers on this network. We have over 30 programmers on the network. All of it underwritten by this ministry and our partners. If you want to give what we're doing here, there's a couple ways to do it. You can look on the screen right there. You can text to give. Text the word victory to 36609 with the dollar amount, or you can go to govictory.com/give, or you can call 877-281-6297 and let them know you want to give it in KCM, or if you want to use what we call snail mail, they call it snail mail now, go to mail it to Victory Channel, Fort Worth, Texas 76192. Pastor George, I want you to talk a little bit about why giving to this ministry is so beneficial to people.
Well, when you give to something that's bigger than you are, you're sowing into that, and then you're going to reap the rewards of that. For every soul that is saved, for every word that is preached, for everything that is done through this ministry, our partners receive the rewards for that. They walk in those rewards. And as I tell our congregation, like Pastor, like P, what happens to me happens to you. And so they can depend on us to fulfill the will of God in this ministry. They get the rewards for doing that. And it just works that simply.
It does.
You sow into it, you reap out of
That's
it.
right.
And people are reaping the benefits of being partners.
All right, quickly, tell us what you're going to be preaching on this week. Do you know?
Man, I'm going out on a limb, and I think I'm going to talk about faith.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if you feel ready for that or not.
I'll make sure I'm sitting in your sessions, because I need to hear
so.
that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's great to see you again. It's great to have you here.
Me too.
I'm not really old, but I've watched this young man grow up and his sister, and they're special people, and I'm so proud of them. Before we go, I want to bring Rachel back in, because I know she's still over there at the